What is up, love? And I was thinking, because you know how the lower power is. I don't know about nobody else, but let me not talk about the lower power in nobody else's life. But let me be honest about mine. Hey, y'all. Hey, I am baby. So I came home. I ain't lost of words. I did take a couple pulls of weed, probably about 3, 4. But I'm sitting up here thinking, and my man goes to trying to tell me, you know how the Satan is, he be like trying to say to me, you not worthy, you ain't, I don't know if y'all ain't like me, but I have a devil that tries to attack me. To work through my mind and tell me I'm not worthy. He always trying to work through my mind. And sometimes he come without my permission. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but them thoughts sometimes just come without my permission. But God. And I'm just not saying that. It's real. It's just as worthy as any other person. 2. Them thoughts are called intrusive thoughts. That's what my therapist. That's the I guess the name for them. The clinical name. And he be coming at me, and then because I don't know if you're like me, when it comes to who people try to say is deemed fittable for anybody, just as worthy as any other person. 2, go after everything that the devil has stolen from me. You know what I'm saying? And he be coming at me, and then because I don't know if you're like me, when it comes to who people try to say is deemed fittable for anybody. Any children in America that have been abused by grown adults should be compensated. Okay? Especially when you're beaten, physically, mentally, sexually. It's shameful. And that's like a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, because it's just, I'm just talking to the people. I don't know if you out there, you're a woman or a man, and you go through the conflict of, sometimes, because this just sort of start happening, because I've been really content. But, insecurity and all that's going to seep in when you're going through a lot of, stuff. I'm going through this case, and it's not no case of me doing anything. It's a case that I'm old, and I don't have to go into details. I try not to yacht. And we are old, you guys. I don't know about y'all. Ain't nobody got to do nothing. But I have been abused, and when people abuse you, I don't know, just they want to keep us in a state of poverty. It's like, but can't nobody keep nobody in poverty when, you're working towards a goal, and every time you look up, it's something, then somebody tell you one thing, then it's another. And I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but, this is just something else, people. But anyway, that's just part of it. Now, the other part is, when I sit here and think about it, I think about God. And so even though I go through all these human feelings, emotions, I know that God got this, right? That's all I'm trying to say. I know the guy got this. I'm not confused. You know what I'm saying, you guys? I know that this battle is won. And I know another thing, just because this human person does not feel certain ways at certain times and feels less than. At certain times I do. You guys, at certain times I have to say, wait a minute, Lord, who am I? Why is people trying to punk me? You know what I'm saying? But, hey, you got to keep fighting. For some reason, we got to fight freaking just as hard. And I'm like, even with the YouTube thing, I look at it, I see a lot of things. I was in accounting. So, and I'm like, man, we got to fight freaking back going. Okay. I was told to keep going. And just not going in no circles neither. And some people some people try to tell you not to be you, but that ain't gonna never get me nowhere. Me not being me is not gonna get me nowhere. I have to learn who I am, and I have to be who God created me to be. Because when I'm being her, when I'm being that woman, when I'm being that daughter, when I'm being that sister, when I'm being that auntie, grandma, no love, do something to you. Oh, you guys, and one of the things, I'm going to tell you about them. So I told you when I was in 8th grade. Well, I mean, not 8th grade. What are you talking about, girl? When I was in 8th grade, my teacher did help me pass the Constitution. I can honestly say that. She helped me. She knew I was Badger. She knew something was going on with me. And it was just a lot of things going on. So I remember her. She helped me pass that test when I was in 8th grade. But no, when I was in 2nd grade, I was molested, abused, called all kind of names. I was called the Negro Roach. And it wasn't Roach behind it. And because I was the only black girl in the classroom, and there was no black boys. I was just the only black girl. And I went to a Catholic high school, and I was abused, verbally, physically. I went to a Catholic grade school, not a Catholic high school. Chicago. So let me stand to be corrected. Our Lady of the Snows was a grade school. On TV, I didn't go to a Catholic high school. That if you've ever been abused, they don't care how long it's been. They don't care what had happened, when it had happened. Catholic Church and all of that. And so I'm like, oh my goodness. And so it brought up all these feelings and emotions, right, you guys? And so I'm like, this is something that had happened to me, and it has never been rectified. It's just something that I live with. So I'm going to therapy, and I'm like, well, dang, So I call them people, and they take my information, make me relive situations, and then you know what? The white woman called me. Lord forgive me for saying it, but she did, and she was like, you don't qualify. After they made me relive my trauma, and I said, well, why wouldn't I? And I said, I went to Our Lady of the Snows. She was a nun. That's the Catholic, under the Catholic Church. And then she had some excuse. And I said, okay. And I was just so disturbed at the time, right, you guys? So after that, I got off the phone with her. I was like, I can't believe they made me relive this script. I said, this ain't nothing but Satan. See, that's Satan in high places. So they gonna tell people they can do, but they turning down black people. I really would like to see their records of how many African American people that have been abused have been rewarded for abuse, known abuse. And they knew the woman, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that came in front of them about Sister Marcella, who has died now. And I don't care about telling her name. Her name was Sister Marcella. And I just can't believe that. And then they told me I didn't qualify. They just did that to me. That's just another thing to tell you amongst other things. I'm 50. I'm 55, y'all. So I done lived a little while. And I done been around, some stuff. And it's just sad. Still the same old evil, corrupt system. And I'm like, man, it's something else. And oh yeah, and I do have the naysayers. You guys, I got the naysayers. I'm gonna do me. Now, what's important to me is that I store freak. I went generation guys. That crap was freaking crazy as a child. And I don't know, just having had mother and father, so that's why it's important too to have a mother and a father. And that's why I love these families that's coming out and that are out. They're not coming, they're out. And they're doing their thing. And they're showing people how to be parents. So I'm there for my grandkids. Thank God for that. Only through the grace of God. Like I said, my thing is, my thing is to, just, it's not, I'm not really finding myself as so much as just living and asking God, what is it that he wants, where else did he want to take me? Because there's so many things to do, as far as with growing, for me as a person. I still have things that I, need to do, I don't know. One is start caring about wearing my teeth. Okay. Because I don't be caring. I'm trying, when I say that, I mean, I don't care to put up frauds. And then sometimes I will, like when I go places, I try to be appropriate, but this is 24/7, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be, but I'm like, girl, stop, be real. So, whoever's for you, they'll see the real you. And they're not tripping because they see you, And I pray that whoever, well, I'm not talking about that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm not saying it's not natural for a woman to want to be in a relationship, but I want to talk about woman and man thing because I don't have a significant other. So, I don't, when people say I ain't even looking, I have been by myself for a while now. And by myself, I don't have friends with benefits. I don't do that one. I don't know who. When I say a person is friend, they my friend. And some people be like, oh, that's my friend, but they sleeping together. I don't know who do that. Okay, but y'all can. But I don't do that. I don't know why people do that. I'll be like, no. How about no? I'm good. How do you sleep with somebody and say he's just your friend? No, that's more than a friend, baby. I'm old school like a mug. I ain't going. How about no? How about I'm good? And people say, you gonna be alone. Oh, well, here I go again. Well, and they be like, oh, it's so many beautiful women. Oh, well, it is. They are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But they ain't me. And not only are they not me, go get them. Go get them. They're out there. Okay. Enough of that. But my message is really saying that when I get them moments and my mind is telling me I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy and that I'm not enough, and those are the times where I have to call on God and say, and listen to my Father, because in Him I am more than enough. Greater is He that is in me than me that is in this world. Greater. I am greater for the will of God. I am greater for His will. I am seeking His will. So, greater is He in me. Yes. Greater. Yes. But God ain't no punk, so I don't know what people thought. I read the Bible. And if you ain't read the Old Testament, I don't know if I'm crazy, y'all. But if you ain't read the Old Testament, I think it's a must read. Because, baby, when God wipe people out, He don't play with them. I ain't talking about me. I ain't God. I'm his daughter. But the Old Testament, I ain't talking about. I don't know what. But whatever. Even that, if it's his will, it's his will. Whatever his will is, it's gonna be done regardless. Oh, by the way, let me get out here. Oh my God, I've been really talking to y'all with my grill. I told y'all I gotta start trying to kill. That's not good to say, is it? I told y'all I gotta start trying to kill. But anyway, I'm out, peoples. I can show you my little head. So until next time, I'm stopping talking because my message is done. And the message was, whenever the devil try to tell you you ain't good enough, tell him you a lie. Okay, you a lie. You a lie and the truth ain't in you. You know what I'm saying? Let them know you quaint or kinged, whichever way it goes. You know what I'm saying? Why is my lights off in my house? Looking like somebody was in here. I don't know. I'm gonna check this. I would not lie to you guys. My ginger is coming up here. Ivan. Itchy wait. He coming up here to do some work because, honey, guess what? I think I told y'all I had a little mouse. Chicago is having some issues. They're having some issues. I heard about it. Like rats, and I'm over here. I'm like, I ain't had a rat there. But I seen a mouse. And you guys, I started to cry. I was crying.
If
so
you watch the video
about walking in certain places
down below,
but anyway,
that's what's up.
Put it in the text. Thanks for listening to me. You guys are awesome. Yeah, let me go. And you know what's up, guys. You know what's up. You know what's up, guys. Love is up. Love is up. And that's what's up. Till next time.